Hello, everyone. Claire Jones from Clarifications Coaching. Mission is to help badass entrepreneurs build the systems that grow their businesses without burning out. And this is the next video in a series where I go over the tips and tools and strategies that I use both for myself, my own business, as well as my clients in their businesses. And today I'm going to be going over the fantastic tool that is called JotForm. It's a tool that you can use to create any type of online form, and it's great for using for contracts, for questionnaires, for surveys, for all kinds of different things that you would need a form for, generating and collecting information from clients, any of those things that you would want to use a form for or give clients a form for. And so one of my colleagues, Rebecca, asked for some training on contracts. So I thought today I'd go over how to make contracts in JotForm. You can use JotForm for a lot of different reasons, order forms, questionnaires, that kind of stuff. But today I'm going to specifically go over contracts. So as you can see, this is my JotForm dashboard. I have 3 different forms that I've made so far. One is my Badass Biz Mastermind VIP application. One is my free consultation application. And one is my coaching contract. So I'm going to go over to create form over here on the left-hand side, and it gives you some different options. You could choose all questions on one page, which is the classic form, or you can do a single question per page, which is more like the card form. So I'm going to go for all questions on one page, create a form. And you can start with a blank form, you can use a template, or you can import a form that already exists. So I'm going to briefly go through the templates to show you all of the templates that they have. They have a lot of different options, and I'm really amazed by how many stuff there is. So you can see here they have course registration form templates, PayPal Pro payments, new customer registration forms, hotel booking forms, feedback forms, customer satisfaction surveys, flight reservations, summer camp details, custom sample orders, training applications, course instructor feedback forms, conference registration forms, restaurant reservations forms, appointment request forms, business registration forms, course evaluations, product orders, information requests, medical histories, product purchases, free police incident report templates, class registration, theme cake order forms, student progress report, and it goes on and on and on. So I'm going to search the templates for contract, see what comes up here. Contract, probably singular. There you go. So they give you a variety of templates to start from. They have a wedding contract. They have event photography contracts, wedding videography contracts. Let's see, photography, weddings, home inspection services, independent delivery drivers, wedding photography, more photography stuff, tablet agreement, different contracts, a lot of photography contracts, employment contracts, newborn photography, interesting, contractor invoice form. Let's see more, see what they have. Influencer contracts, that's interesting. Videographer, you can do a tournament offer and contract, a contractor application, a lot of photography ones, registration forms, DJ, photography, remodeling, home remodeling, more photography, vendor registration, contract for an English course. Let's see, business partner contract, that's really interesting. Booking contract, weddings, events. I'm going to see what else they have here. New client contracts, contract change, newborn promo, summer staff contracts if you're hiring, more videography and photography, all kinds of stuff. Nail tech contractor. Wow, that's a hard word for me today. Coaching client contract. all kinds of stuff. Let's see. I know Rebecca is a social media person, so I'm going to see if they have a social media. I'm just going to search it and see what they have. Social media usage survey, social media contract form, social media profile information, photo release, contest, social media survey, marketing intake form, social media submissions, all kinds of manager applications, building a social content plan, social media management training, all kinds of stuff. So I am going to go up and see what this social media contact form looks like. I think that's more of just a contact, but you can preview it and see what it looks like. Yep, just a contact form. So I'm going to go back, see if there's more of a contract kind of deal. Let's see. So it looks like they don't have an immediate template for what I'm looking for, but I am going to go over to, let's see. I think I liked that coach one that I saw. So I'm going to go over this consultant. Let's go and see if they have anything. So you can search for a lot of different things. Let's see. Portrait photography, more photography, tablet, contracts. All right. Employment contract. So I'm going to go with coaching contract and see what happens. Scroll up to the top. This wedding contract is coming up a lot. Let's see. Where did I see that coaching agreement? Here. That's what I want to see. Preview. So this is a business form coaching agreement. And so this is just one of the templates that they have. Agreement between student, hero, and client, whereby coach agrees to provide the coaching services focused on the various things, responsibilities, services, schedules, and fees. All right, this is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use this template and it will automatically populate it for me, but then I can customize it based on the fields that I want. But this is a basic contract form that I can edit based on my needs. So if you want to edit something, you click on it and you can put in a media services contract. Just type it in, and this is a header. And so if you want to add different form elements, you can go over here on the left side, hit the plus sign. I have so much stuff that it's really helpful, and you can pretty much find something for everything that you're looking for. So these are the basic form elements, and so you can do headers, you can do a full name box, you can do an email box, you can do address, phone, date picker if you want them to pick a date and a time, a submit button. You can do short text entries, long text entries, a text, just basic text, drop-down menu, single choice question, multiple choice question. You can have them choose a number. You can put in an image. You can put in an area for them to upload a file. You can do a CAPTCHA if you want to do an extra level of security. You can do a spinner so that they spin in order to choose a number. You can do survey elements like an input table, a star rating, or a scale rating. And you can even put in page elements like a divider, a section collapse, or a page break. And then you can also integrate payments. So if you are collecting payment along with your contract signing, you can integrate it with Square, PayPal, Authorize.net, Stripe, Braintree, more PayPal, CyberSource, Chase, WePay, eCheck.net, BluePay, all of these various payment processors you can integrate them with. And then you just sign into your account via the form, and it will automatically send the payment information to your payment processor, and it's very easy. You can do a purchase order, you can do card connects, all kinds of stuff. So, and you can even do widgets. And so these are specialized elements. So you can do an e-signature, you can do a checklist, you can take a photo, form calculation, terms and conditions, image slider, YouTube, all kinds of smooth signature, multiple text fields, PDF embedder if you have a PDF you want to embed into it, a date picker, data grid, form tabs, date reservations, spreadsheets, more dynamic drop downs. You can do all kinds of stuff. There's a Facebook like box. You can do inventory. You can do an address map locator. So I'm assuming that will integrate with Google Maps. And you can also do Google Analytics. That's really cool. SoundCloud. That's really cool. Geolocation. DocuSign, if you have a DocuSign account that you want to link it to. Time Picker, Adobe Sign, if you want to do more of an Adobe signing format. Spreadsheet to form. Submissions counter. Show map location. You can do an Instagram widget. Made it voice recorders. You can do all kinds of stuff. I haven't even looked at all of these because I don't really go that in depth when I'm making them, but you can pretty much find anything you're looking for when you're making these JotForms. It's really helpful. You can do QR codes. You can do localized calendars. All kinds of stuff. I'm just going to continue scrolling down so that you can see everything there is. There is even a code editor if you want to do customized code. There's a countdown. You can do sliders. You can do line radio buttons. That's interesting. You can do time trackers, gift registries, Twitter, all kinds of stuff. Facebook comments. Let's see, range sliders, Vimeo, all kinds of stuff. Percentages, fancy timers. You can do an add to home screen button. You can do a color picker, driving distance, LinkedIn integration, all kinds of stuff. Let's see. I'm just going to continue scrolling. You can do Spotify. You can do all Imgur. That's a weird one. I've never tried to say that out loud. Barcode scanner, numerals, like and dislike, Skype call button. You can embed Flash if you want to. Cities of Italy, cities of Russia. That's specific. Postal code search, social cam, Gravatar, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to go back to the basic elements because you can scroll through on your own and go back to the contract. And so here I can edit this. You can hit properties if you want to edit the properties for this particular element. I'm going to move my face up here. And so this is just an image for the logo. And so you can remove the image. You can change the size of the image. You can change the image alignment. More advanced options is a description of the text. And so this is like an HTML attribute. You can link the image to a specific URL, and you can do a file reference. You can do hover text. You can shrink it, or you can hide the field as well, or you can remove the field. And then this is a basic text box. And so you can double click it to edit it. And it's a basic text field. So you can do, bold, italic, centered. You can add images, links, indents, all kinds of stuff. You can add a table. You can change the font. You can preview it. You can change the color. And then you hit this little save button to save anything you do. And then properties, you can do question text if you want to do more code specific stuff. In advanced, you can shrink it, move it to a new line, hide field, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to leave that as is. And so for contracts, this is where you put, agreement between the company and the client. Coach name agrees to provide whatever services. And so you can either spell them out or you can have options. And so this is just a drop down element, and you can edit the options. You can type in a sublevel level. So you can, choose whatever options you want for that. You can change the properties, label alignment, set as form default. You can have this be a required question so that they can't submit the form unless they answer it. You can do sublabels. You can duplicate the field if you need to just duplicate it. Options, you can change the width. You can change the options that the drop-down menu has. Predefined options, select by default, uses calculation values. You can show text in the empty option. And then more advanced requires multiple selections, visible options at a time, hover text, shuffle options, shrink, hide field. Field details gets into more specific coding type of stuff, but that's not really necessary for what you're looking for. And then if you want to change the overall theme or look of the form, you can click over here on the right side and hit Form Designer. And you can change the color scheme. So maybe I want it to be this teal color, and it will automatically change it so that the foreground is the sun and the background is the darker one. Or you can edit your own based on whatever you like. You can use the hex code, or you can do the RGBA colors, or you can choose down here, or you can even choose an image to be on the background. And the form color, same thing. Font color, same thing. And then Advanced Designer, you can get even very involved in this. And it's a lot of different options, and you can go really in depth, but the basic templates are a good place to start. So you can do form layouts, you can do form width, vertical padding, horizontal padding, form cover, font options, label styles, line layout, CSS. So I'm just going to go back to the builder because that's a little advanced for what we're looking at right now. But that's just to give you an idea of what it looks like. And this is where you can change the style of the form, question spacing, label width, the type of font that you want to use, the button style. Maybe you want a colored button. Maybe you want a round button. Maybe you want a wooden button. That's crazy. A big button, all kinds of different stuff. And then you can input custom CSS if you want to get really fancy with it. Various themes, you can use cool and minimal, or you can use the default theme that they use to this template. And then you can even change the layout. So if, remember in the beginning where we chose all questions on one page versus a single question per page, this is where you can change it if you change your mind. So I'm going to exit out of that. And then I'm going to scroll down. And this is just another drop-down question. This is the name. And if you want to change the text, you just highlight it and change it. So maybe you just want to put client name instead of client full name. Client email, you can have them choose a date. And then this is where we get into the responsibilities. So this is a text field that you can edit. And this is where you put in the responsibilities, whereas the coach or consultant agrees to maintain the ethics, They're responsible for creating and choosing all kinds of stuff, understands that coaching is not a substitute for professional advice by legal, mental, or medical or qualified professionals, that kind of stuff. And the client agrees to communicate honestly. And then you can detail the services involved. So between the company and the above named client, yada, 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 4 months from date of agreement or until terminated. Coaching sessions are conducted over phone. You can define how you bring your services to the client and how you are available to the client in between scheduled meetings, stuff like that. And then you can hit save dependent on how you edit it. And then you can do schedules and fees. So this is where you detail what your expected fees and the schedule of the fees are to be. And so they agree to pay X amount of money payable in advance. And so you can edit this based on the client, based on what you agree with the client, or you can just have a standard form that you send to everyone depending on how you structure your payment plans and pay client fees. But this is where you would agree to it. And then the calls and meetings shall be X amount in length. If rates change, hit save. And then the procedure, so how you determine to go about it. And again, it's another text field that you can edit. And you can pull it down to see more. And so you're allowed up to 65,536 characters. And so you can do multiple text fields or one all-in-one. It's not really a big deal, depending on how you like to do it. And so you can determine like the time of the coaching meetings and the location based on the agreement. And then you can put in their phone number here. This is just another, form over where you put in a long text entry or a phone number, whatever you want. If the client, this is confidentiality agreements. Those are pretty important when it comes to contracts. If you are worried about sponsorship or how people pay or how people talk about your services, and you can just give guidelines or agreements in here. And then you can have other text boxes, and you can always edit it, if you want to. You can do the sponsor, client name, yada, yada, yada. And then more text can be edited. Do you agree is a drop down, short text, release of information, text, and do you agree, please initial. If you want them to agree to various parts in the contract, this is where you would do it. And then you can detail your cancellation policies, your termination policies, and limited liability policies. These are all things that should be included in contracts when you're working with clients, just to make sure that you cover all bases. And you can use these as guidelines because these are usually pretty legally sound if they're already templates. And you can always get them reviewed by a lawyer or someone who has better knowledge of it, just to make sure that you're covered. And then there's the client name. And then this is the signature box that you can pull over from the form element over in the widget area. They have an e-signature right here. All kinds of stuff. Name, signature, and then the submit button. And so this is all included in the template, and so you can edit it as needed, or you can create your own from scratch, but that's just kind of how I wanted to go over and show you guys how you can create a contract in JotForm. So I'm going to go back to my forms and show you how I have set up my coaching contract. I'm going to delete this one since I don't need it. So you can click on it, go over here, view form, view submissions, inbox, form analytics. You can check the revision history. You can rename it. You can clone the form if you want to duplicate it for another purpose. You can disable the form, delete it. You can create a PDF document out of it, or you can even create a PDF form out of it. You can publish it, or you can share it as a template. So I'm going to delete this one since that was just a example. So you can click on it, hit edit form. This is what my coaching contract looks like when I onboard clients. This is how I've made it. And so I've edited it so that it's in my branding colors and made it the more minimal look because that's how I like it. And over, if you want to preview how it looks on the client's end, you can do that. Just hit this and you can see what it looks like on the phone. You can see what it looks like on a tablet, and you can see what it looks like on the desktop. And for mine, the client name, the client email, the client address, and then the text as in what the contract goes over. And so this agreement is entered into by and between me and the client on a project by project basis, description of my services, the client consultant relationship, the best efforts, all kinds of professional services provider and not as an agent or employee of the client. And the client agrees to promptly disclose to the consultant in a timely manner those events or discoveries that are known and or anticipated that may reasonably be expected to have an impact on your project. That's important. What the services entail, what the schedule and fees entail, the procedure to be expected, confidentiality, cancellation policy, record retention policy, termination policy, limited liability, the entire agreement, dispute resolution, severability, waiver, applicable law, binding effect, and then all parties have understood and agreed to above, client signature, date, and then submit. And so you can go to this over at the top. This is the build portion of it. You can go to the settings portion of it, enter the title, you can enable it, you can create conditional logic. So if they choose a certain thing, you can make a certain thing happen. And then emails, you can send an email after they complete it. And so I have a notification to myself so that I know that they've completed it. And they also get the JotForm themselves as an autoresponder. And then you can also do mobile notifications, or you can do integrations, third-party features. And so this is stuff like Zoho features, Pipedrive, Monday. These are other applications that you can integrate with the JotForm and make them talk to one another. So Slack, ActiveCampaign, PayPal, Google Sheets, Dropbox, MailChimp, Twilio, Stripe, DocuSign. These are a lot of the widgets that are available, but this will be a more comprehensive integration. You can do Constant Contact, ClickBank, Salesforce, Airtable, all kinds of stuff. Google Calendar, HubSpot, Trello, Asana, SendGrid, Paymo, Square again, Zapier, PayPal, Red Bull, Unified Identity. Interesting. I didn't realize they had their own consumer data management service. Interesting. So all kinds of different integrations. I'm just going to scroll through them. So that purchase order app, PayPal Express, Card Connect, eWay, Chase WePay, BluePay, all kinds of stuff. And then there's also a thank you page after they submit it. So you can change it to what the text says. You can redirect them to an external link. You can really customize it to make it work for you. And then when you hit the publish stage, it gives you a variety of options to publish it. So you can do a direct link of your form. You can do share options. So that's various social posts and through emails. You can embed it. And so this is the basic embed code that you can put on your website. You can also do source code, iframe, feedback button, pop-ups, or a light box. You can also do emails. So you can share your form through email. You can do a direct link, or you can schedule a reminder email. The PDF, you can download it as a PDF format, or you can publish it on all kinds of different platforms like WordPress, Facebook, Dreamweaver, Blogger, Google Sites, Webs, Front Page, Tumblr, Yola, Weebly, Unbounce, Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, BigCommerce, Cargo, GoDaddy, Yahoo Site Builder, Ning, Zenfolio, LiveJournal. Wow, I haven't seen LiveJournal in a while. Sandbox, Web Page Maker, all kinds of different publish options. So that's a basic overview of how to make and share your contracts. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. I'm really interested in providing you with resources that help you in your own businesses. So if there's anything you guys are interested in learning, please tell me, and I would be happy to look into it for you, see if I can find any resources for you, or create a how-to video like this one to help you use it and integrate it into your own business processes. Because I really want you guys to streamline your life and your business so that you can be more efficient and effective and productive with your time. And then you have more time for yourself and you're not burning the candle at both ends. So what I really want to do is help you grow your business without burning out. So let me know how I can help you in that. So that's it for today. Take care. Love you all and have a good one. Bye.